In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on March 20th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. St. Bonaventure versus Oklahoma. The St. Bonaventure Bonnies and the Oklahoma Sooners will square off inside of the Lloyd Noble Center in the second round of the National Invitation Tournament. The Bonnies are currently 21-9 and are coming off a 76-68 road victory over the Colorado Buffaloes back on Tuesday. The Sooners are coming into this game at 19-16 and are coming off an 89-72 home victory back on Tuesday. These two teams are playing well and are looking to continue their season with a win in this matchup. The Sooners are 7-17 to 1 against the spread in their last 25 games as a favorite, but may be outmatched here. The Bonnies are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 Sunday games and are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games versus a team with a winning straight-up record. St. Bonaventure has an above-average defense that is holding opponents to 67 points per game and is coming off an 8-point victory over Colorado, while covering the number is 3.5 points dogs. Oklahoma has found it difficult to cover the number at home as the favorite, failing to cover 18 of the last 25 in that situation. St. Bonaventure has covered the nut in 7 of its last 11. Oklahoma is a tough team to face on their home court. However, St. Bonaventure has a talented starting 5 and is coming off an impressive win at Colorado. I expect the Bonnies to keep this a competitive game and that St. Bonaventure will do enough with the points to get cover. The Bonnies had high hopes this season but belong in the National Invitation Tournament, so the St. Bonaventure to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. In the previous 3 games, both teams have been playing at more of a methodical pace as the Bonnies are averaging 68.4 possessions, while the Sooners are averaging 68.8 possessions in that same stretch. Neither defense is giving up much of anything as of late, as St. Bonaventure is giving up 63 points in their previous 3 games, while Oklahoma is allowing 65 points in their last 5 games. Oklahoma is 273rd in possessions per game and 288th in adjusted tempo. St. Bonaventure is 254th in adjusted tempo and 271st in possessions per game, so both sides will maintain a slow pace. The Sooners are averaging 73.2 ppg and allowing 65 over their last 5 games. Over the same stretch, the Bonnies are averaging just 61.4 ppg and allowing 63.2 ppg. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas versus Purdue. March Madness rolls on with a second-round matchup of the East region when an actual pair of higher-seeded teams tangle as the West Coast Conference takes on the Pac-12 in the Cream City. The 6th-seeded Texas Longhorns do battle with the 3rd-seeded Purdue Boilermakers when the teams clash Sunday night, with the winner moving on to the Sweet 16. Texas advanced by knocking off 11th-seeded Virginia Tech 81-73 in their first-round matchup Friday afternoon. Purdue cruised to an easy 78-56 victory over 14th-seeded Yale in their first-round contest Friday afternoon. In the all-time series between the programs, the Longhorns own a 4-1 advantage and have won the last 3 matchups. That includes a 70-66 road win in the most recent matchup on November 9, 2019. This is one of the more difficult games on the board to size up given the fact that both these teams struggled down the final stretch of the regular season. Despite strong showings in their first-round games, they have both been bad against the spread in recent weeks. Ultimately, Purdue's rebounding advantage will be enough to make the difference. Look for this explosive Boilermaker attack to crash the glass and get plenty of second-chance opportunities. Eddie and Ivy will come to play and be the 2 best players on the court on Sunday, which will be enough to carry the day. Purdue is 7-1 against the spread at neutral site courts this year, while Texas is just 1-6 against the spread in their last 7. I get the allure of points with Texas after demolishing Virginia Tech, but I simply think Texas caught a break and that Virginia Tech fell apart in the second half before waking up again. But by that point, it was too late for the Hokies. Texas has a good defense, but against this Purdue offense, I expect they are going to really struggle to defend. and that is going to let them down in this game. I look for Purdue to use their size to take it to Texas inside and to bag a big win and cover in this one to head to the Sweet 16. Purdue to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Texas is 13th in defensive efficiency, 40th in effective field goal percentage defense, 58th in three-point field goal percentage defense, and 44th in two-point field goal percentage defense on the year. Offensively, Texas is 26th in offensive efficiency, 167th in effective field goal percentage, and 63rd in offensive rebounding percentage this season. The Longhorns are 339th in tempo with 63.6 possessions per game this season. Purdue has seen the overhit in 18 of their 35 contests on the year. The Boilermakers are second in offensive efficiency, 4th in effective field goal percentage, 13th in offensive rebounding percentage, 4th in three-point shooting, and 13th in two-point shooting on the year. Purdue is 246th in tempo with an average of 65.9 possessions a night. The Boilermakers have turned in 8 undares in their last 10 games, while Texas had 3 straight undares before going over the mark in the win over Virginia Tech. Neither of these teams plays at a particularly fast clip, with Purdue ranked 246th in KenPom adjusted tempo and Texas ranked 339th. Look for both teams to be very deliberate on offense as they grind out possessions and work the best possible looks. Texas's elite defense will be able to keep Purdue well below their season scoring average, but Texas will struggle to put up points and get second chance buckets. The under is 6-1 in Purdue's last 7 games and 5-0 in Texas's last 5 as a neutral site underdog. Look for this one to wind up just short of the mark. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. TCU versus Arizona. The 9th-seeded TCU Horned Frogs will take on the Arizona Wildcats, the first seed in the South region, in Sunday Round 2 action. TCU, which squeaked into the tournament despite an uneven finish to its season, was part of a 6-0 first-round effort by the Big 12 in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Arizona won by 18 over a game-right State team, despite a litany of turnovers in the game. The Wildcats have won 7 straight games and 6 of their last 7 games away from home. They are one of the best defensive teams in the country, and they played very well in their last 3 games, scoring more than 84 points per game while making 53% of their shots and 49% of their three-pointers. They are very aggressive on the offensive glass, which will give them plenty of second-chance opportunities. Even though the Horned Frogs put on a defensive clinic in their last game, they struggled against good offensive teams in recent games, giving up 70 points or more in 3 of their previous 4 games, so expect them to have a hard time slowing down the Wildcats. TCU has struggled offensively this season, and they played worse in their last 3 games. They also struggle at the free throw line, making less than 65% of their shots from the charity stripe. They don't rebound the ball as well as the Wildcats, and they turn the ball over more than 14 times per game. Kudos to TCU for shutting down Seton Hall and looking absolutely dominant in that game. But the problem here is that Seton Hall isn't half the team that the Wildcats are, as many have this Arizona team having enough to go to the national championship game. I just don't think TCU has the horses to hang with Arizona for a full 40 minutes. Plus, the Wildcats play well defensively, holding opponents under 70 points per game, and won't have trouble slowing down the Horned Frogs. So Arizona to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Horned Frogs are averaging 68 points per game and 67 points per game away from home. They play at a slow pace, averaging 68.7 possessions per game. With the Wildcats giving up 68 points per game, the Horned Frogs will hit their average in this game. The Wildcats are averaging 85 points per game and 83 points per game away from home. They play at a very fast pace, averaging 74.8 possessions per game. TCU is used to being able to control the boards against most opponents. They are now matching up with a team that is equal if not better on the glass with a pair of active 7-footers. Arizona will look to push the ball at every turn and create easy buckets. If Krisa is back, and he was pushing to get in the game against Wright State, the Wildcats will have the return of the team's co-leader in three-point baskets. Arizona comes into this game with one of the best offenses in the country, while TCU was one of the better defenses in the Big 12 this year. Arizona is the better team here, but TCU can be a dangerous team, as Kansas found out a few games ago. Plus, Arizona has been an over machine this season. Even though the Horned Frogs are giving up 64 points per game, the Wildcats will score enough points to push the score. I fully expect Arizona to push their game total well into the 80s in this game, even against a quality defensive opponent like TCU. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.